MTG and take the ride. Take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Keeping us up all night. better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Of course the camera's frozen. No, you know what? I'm actually just really good at staying very, very still. There's raptors near me, guys, and I don't want to be attacked. Let me fix this. Let me fix this, my friends. Oh, good. It actually worked. This camera has been causing me some serious issues. It literally, I was just like, I hope I didn't nudge it and mess it up. And then I looked up, and when it's off, it literally just points downward. I'm like, it's fully off, and the stream has started. What am I going to do? Does this mean I literally have to stop and restart the stream? Like, I wasn't sure what I was going to have to do. All right? Oh, that's funny. Okay, hold on. Let me grab the live stream. Let me grab the live stream link and put it in the Discord. Pay special attention, guys. We're going to be doing some live stuff on a place we haven't done live stuff before. We're going to be building up something new. All right? We've done it in the past. You guys remember, whenever I start a new channel, one of my favorite things to do is switch to live streaming over there because it helps get the watch hours that the channel needs, right? So we're going to be doing that real soon. I don't know exactly when, but within the next couple of days, that's what's going to be going down, most likely. Might be a little bit longer timeline than that. But I talked about how I was ready to start a new channel, and I was looking at Fantasy Geographic today thinking to myself that, you know, I really got to put a video out for that, but I'm not really feeling jazzed up at all really about magic lore. I mean, the Lorwyn stuff was cool, but overall, we've already moved on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before I even had a chance to really make more than the one Lorwyn video, right? So at this point, I'm looking at making a channel about something I'm getting more enjoyment out of currently, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that so that I can reveal to you what it is once I have everything the way that I want it, because I need to set the channel up properly, get it all good, you know what I mean? Get it ready for you guys. I got to go in there, sweep around, sweep the floor and stuff, get it ready for you to come on in and hang out. So just bear in mind, we are going to be doing some live streams in a different location, all right? So, I already shared the live stream link. That's good. Let us do our hellos and let us talk about Overlord, bros. All right, what's up, Kensuke, Zircon, Millmaster, Sheba, Death, Jess, Dunn, Shelton, Finn, Habanero. Who else is in here? Oh, I see Juglum, I see Thompson, Moogle, Tim, Everyday, Volt, Jay. There we go. I believe that I have said hello to everybody. So I hope you guys are having a good evening, because I am definitely looking forward to talking about Overlord. It's an anime that I checked out a while ago, but just recently decided abruptly, you know what? I can't even say specifically what it was that made me choose. Oh, yes, I can. Never mind. What am I talking about? I was reminded of it by Shelton sending me. I got to have that in here. I can't believe we're doing this stream without it. Hold on. I have one Overlord related item. I guess two. Hold on. Let me get him. Let me get him. I didn't even think about that. Here we go. Here's what we need. Bum 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 bum. Bada bum 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 bum. I was reminded of Overlord by Albedo. Right? Right there. Right there. Shelton sent me this. And I went, oh, Albedo, that's dope. And then I put it on the shelf and didn't really think any more of it, you know? I was just like, okay. And then it just kind of got in my head, bro. Wait a minute. I feel like watching anime. What am I going to watch? And it's like, go back to what you know. This is also on my keychain. This is also on my keychain, son. So, Albedo times 2, yo. So that's what did it. That's what made me think of Overlord, obviously. When I'm thinking anime, Overlord, Albedo, the whole thing is hilarious to me, right? What up, Yamagoro? What up, Luke? Habanero, I saw that you said season 2 is the worst of the 4 seasons, but after season 2 it gets progressively better with each season. You stand by that no matter what, no matter what anyone says. Well, I'll bear that in mind, bro. I'll bear that in mind. I've already seen multiple seasons of it. I've seen season 1, 2, and 3, and I think part of 4. But I haven't watched the movie that apparently intersperses season 4. So there's definitely some stuff for me to catch up on. But on top of that, it's been so long since I've seen it that I didn't actively remember a bunch of stuff that happened. So it is enjoyable because I know some of the plot points that are going to happen, but then other stuff is just like, whoa, cool, you know? You knew it was going to be Albedo? Well, if you saw that I had it already, I'm not surprised. Jazz Super Chat says, well, was walking today, hit the button at the light, the little white guy came up, I started walking, trunk honks at me and cuts me off, could have made dollars. I mean, you don't want to get hit by a truck for money, bro. Because any man who would jump in front of a minivan for 20 grand and a bottle of acetaminophen is fucking crazy. You hear me? It's fucking crazy. All right, Jess, you are Lord of the Board. Oh, apparently I'm using your full biblical name here, buddy. Oh, Packhead. Oh, you're still alive? My God. Well, there's a blast from the past. Jay, Sheba told you about my stream. She's the best. Hell yeah. We're here having a good time. That's the plan. That's the plan. Season 2 has lizard love, and that's the highlight of it. All right. Fair enough. Habanero, the movies are apparent. God, back it up. Whap. The movies, stop doing that. Hold it steady. Boy Scouts. Okay. Now I just put my hands up and it's going to do the same thing. I make too many hand gestures. I gesticulate too much, you know? So the movies, apparently 2 of them are just recaps or something like that. So if you've seen the seasons, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything different or if they're literally just the shows made into movies. But there's one movie that's actually adding on to the story and it's in the middle of season 4. So I looked up the chronology so that I could figure that out. Apparently there's a bunch of stuff I didn't know about. Pleiades or something like that with the maids. And then there's also what's it called? Something with like multiple other characters where they're students. So Einzel Goal is like one of the students at a school or something. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be goofy, but I'm curious about it, you know? The lizard people, lizards banging. Okay, I don't remember any of that, so it didn't make much of an impact at all. At all. Like, not even close. What up, Sheba? So that's weird. You guys, Finn, you're taking issues with the procreation of them being like mammals. That's it. Some Isekai Quartet. That's what it's called. I saw that in passing. I'm probably going to have to check that out too. You know what I mean? So yeah, the concept behind Overlord is a fun one. First of all, I like isekais a lot, right? Like the whole transported to another world where there's magic. Yes, please. Yes, please. Right? So the concept behind Overlord is this dude is super, super, super into this MMO, right? Like hardcore into it. More hardcore into it than all of his buddies. And as things happen, games get shut down, server's going to get shut down or whatever. He's there for the final day of the server. And there's only one other player left, right? And that player hasn't really been playing at all. And he's talking to like the main character guy for a little bit. And then he just logs off. And the main character of the show is just there in the hollow hall that he and his guild had built, right? They have these crazy powerful items. They went really ham hardcore on the game, but now everybody's moved on to other things. And I mean, it's not surprising because their guild specifically had 2 requirements. 1, that you be undead, and 2, that you actually have like a real life and don't just live all your time online or whatever. So, you know, those kind of people are more likely to move on to other things. So you have it count down, right? Time ticks down, bump, 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 until the server's supposed to shut down. And in the meantime, The guy's wandering around. He's just wandering around the guild base, looking at things or whatever. And then he finds this NPC, Albedo. And like, he opens up the console that lets you alter NPCs' personalities. And he's just like, oh, she's a bitch. And then he erases that and he types in, basically is madly in love with his character. And then it's so cringe, and he knows it's so cringe, right? He's like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. But that's what he does. That's what he does. And it made me laugh because it's ridiculous, but also believable. You know what I mean? I could see people doing that, right? So the timer counts down to the server closing, and then it starts ticking upwards after that point. And Buddy wakes up, and he's still his in-game character. He is not back in the real world, and he can't log out. He cannot log out, and more than that, he is literally physically changed into his character. So there's some sort of magic. He's like a gigantic lich lord, basically, right? So there's some kind of magic that literally calms him down, because undead, like lich lords and stuff, they're not really going to fly into rages. They're not going to feel passion, any of that kind of stuff, really, right? But he still has his human inner core to a degree, but there's magic that literally calms it down. It's an interesting addition. It's pretty funky. And the stuff that he does, like, now this chick is absolutely in love with him, right? And there's no way for him to open the console and change that anymore. That's just how it is. And she is obsessed with him. And so he's like trying to figure out, like, am I still in the game or not? And he's like, let me honk your jugs, right? I completely forgot about that. But he's like, let me honk your jugs. So she does, and he does. And then he's just like, wait, this stuff wouldn't be allowed in a video game. These are the experiments that he's doing to figure out, I'm not in the game anymore. I can't contact game masters, any of it. Shelton, the Overlord movie is titled The Sacred Kingdom. That's the one that's in the middle of season 4, right? Right? Finn, you loved the giant parade? Here's more wealth than the entire world. And okay, I don't remember that. You're talking about something else. Packhead, you are still alive, just haven't been active on YouTube. Well, it's understandable, buddy. Sheba, I need to check my P.O. box. Let me show you something. You weren't here for yesterday's stream, right? So I went down to the post office, right? And the chick at the post office went, when she saw me. She's like, you have quite a bit that's come in. And I was just like, okay. And she's like, take a look in the back there. First of all, I opened up the little box, because what happens is it's just a tiny little box they put slips into. They have the packages in the back. So she's just like, you see that yellow cart? That's you, buddy. That's you. So, yeah, I don't know how well you can see that from the reflection, but that's the cart of stuff. I've got a ride tomorrow. I've managed to get a ride tomorrow to go down and pick the stuff up. I'm excited. I'm excited about getting this wish list stuff, because I needs it. So yeah, don't worry. I'm going down tomorrow. I've arranged a ride. There's a couple more things that I still have to get done before I head off to the shattering. And 2 important ones are hitting the post office for that stuff, and I have to go and drop off the old modem from the previous internet service. That's what's going down. So those are the 2 major things that I have to get accomplished tomorrow. And then I'm going to be talking with Must See about Liberty Prime, which will be fun too. Some Fallout action, so that'll be good. It's my buddy contacted me, was like, "Hey man, do you want to come over to our place tomorrow and play Slay the Spire, or like, do you want to do it at your place?" And I was like, "Bro, thanks for inviting me. I absolutely want to, but I'm super busy tomorrow, right?" So I got a lot going on right now. That's good though. That's good. I want to get this place all tidied up. Some of the stuff that's at least one of the things that is on that cart should be something that's going to help me with that. I think. We'll see how it goes. Habanero, you hate wizard student arcs? Really? I love like wizard schools, bro. Absolutely love them. I love them. I love magic so much. You have no idea how much. Maybe you have some idea. how much I love magic, bro. Like, I've never really been that into Harry Potter, but the fact that it's a wizard school is really cool, man. And the stuff they did with it in a bunch of ways is actually really cool. The first number of books and movies feel a little too infantile to fully enjoy, but the magical aspects of them, I dig it. I dig it. I mean, if it's poorly done, no, but, you know. That's a problem with the dub. It calls her a loose woman and he switches it to she loves him. Oh, I see. Well, whatever, same difference. Who cares? Who cares, really? I don't check out the dub, though, by the way. I'm a subtitle kind of guy. I don't like dubbed versions of things because for most things that I've encountered, it's almost like they're kidified. They're turned into, like, cartoons. You know what I mean? So I like the voice acting in the original better, and I like to have the subtitles as a result. You didn't realize the movie happens mid-season? Yeah, I'm glad that I found that out. Because I would have just probably plowed through season 4 and then been like, oh, this happens before. Both Falcon Perp needs a semi-truck to pick up his boxes. Yeah. I got a friend who drives, so they're giving me a lift, which is very nice of them. Got to get up early tomorrow morning for that. We're going to go out for breakfast. So it should be really nice, honestly. This friend has been helping me a lot deal with my new transition into my new life. You guys have also been helping me a lot by coming and hanging out with me in the streams. And obviously, the wish list stuff, there's so much stuff there. You've exceeded my expectations by quite a bit. So I'm excited to see all the stuff that has arrived. There's more stuff. Anybody wants to help out? The wish list still has a bunch of stuff that I need, and I need to put more things on it. Also, thanks for the help with the spices, boys. I actually brought my bag. Since we talked about spices yesterday, I was like, I'm going to show them the spices that I got. It's not going to be that exciting, but I'm going to show you anyway. It's going to be like Spice Girls, spice up your life. Joe Douglas in the house. What's up, buddy? How are you doing, son? I'm looking forward to hanging out with you at the Shattering. I'm looking forward to seeing those Mythic spoilers. I'm looking forward to all the Wonders fun we're going to be having, bro. Laser didn't have anime review on your bingo card. Well, I'm a wild card. You never know what you're going to get, son. Double Strike in the house. What's up, brother? You hyped, man? We leave on Tuesday. Now, Joe told me that he's not going to give me the hotel information because he hates you. So I don't know how we're going to deal with that part. I don't know what to do about that because clearly we're not going to be able to get across the border, or I'm just going to have to go without you. So I hate to break it to you, but you're dead to me. I can't even. Yeah, that's funny too. After Joe was like, Double Strike's the GOAT. And I'm like, he hates you. Don't read 2 sentences up. Wyla, is it on Netflix? It's on like 3 different places, right? Crunchyroll, Funimation, something else. Don't camera down while I'm scratching my leg. No, wait, sorry, this isn't my leg. This is my dick. It's all the way down here. Double Strike, you got your bonus. You can get a $50 hotel. All right. No, man, we got to travel as a team, son. I wouldn't want to go without you. When I'm like, seriously, I was thinking about it. You're a big part of my hype for this. Remember us talking about the first time around when we went to the first Shattering, how much this feels like the beginning of Magic, where it was just like a great journey of discovery and they're not doing a bunch of hosebag nonsense that makes you go, what are you doing? Right? So I am hyped to lean more into this. I actually got my trade/sell binder ready with my OCMs and my formless foils and some foil mythics in there. And I said in the Discord earlier today, that I'm bringing all my paper and stuff like that, rares, epics, and mythics, because more people than I thought actually have contacted me about coming out to the Shattering. And they're like, yo, I want to get some of this product. Like, I can't find any around me. I went to a couple of them actually said there's a game store near them that was part of the testing launch for it or something, but they went to the store and they didn't have any. So I'm just going to bring a whole bunch of stuff, and that way I can hook people up with what they need too. You know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Joe, you got to break some legs to get some confirmations tomorrow. That'd be great. Honestly, like, it stresses me out thinking about anything that would stop me from getting across the border, right? Because it's just like, I want to go to the shattering. I don't want there to be an issue, you know? Josh says, Hatchy, your straight up G never change. You got it, buddy. You got it. Backhead Dark Side Phil moment. Can you believe that shit, bro? For those of you who aren't chronically online and haven't kept up with the memes, there's a guy called Dark Side Phil who fucking tugged off at the beginning of one of his streams. He did not know he was live. He thought he hadn't started the stream yet. And so it was below the camera, but just like, you know what, like legitimately. And he's just like, oh, you guys saw that. I'm like how fucking embarrassing is that shit, man? What a fucking joke. What a joke. Oh, man. Double Strike needs to kidnap me to take me to the next Dragon Cup for sure. Yo, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I am definitely more free to travel easily now because it only involves me and Double Strike. Don't have to worry about anybody else coming along or any other consideration. So that makes me mobile in ways I wasn't before, because before I didn't want to travel if I couldn't bring Carly. And she couldn't always travel based on how she was doing because her state would be in flux, right? So that I'm 100% mobile now. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Anything's possible. Finn, I'm not worried about oranges or citrus, bro. I just I know that. Oh, Double Strike. Take you told me to remind you to take them pills out of your glove box. So if you haven't taken them pills out of your glove box, take them pills out of your glove box. Yeah, lol, oops. You have to give it to DSP. He stuck the landing. I would have walked off into the woods. Yeah, I got to be real. There's not much that would embarrass me, but if I sat here in front of my live stream and tugged off, actually, you know what? I'd be like, I'd be like, you guys saw me tug it. Now you owe me money. This just turned into a sex show. $50 a pop. Hell, you guys owe me $10 each just for seeing me pretend. This right here, it's $15 now. Keeps going up. $17 now. Y'all each owe me $17. And if you don't pay, you won't go to heaven or Valhalla or none of those places. Just so you know. That's on you. Don't say I didn't warn you. When you get to the other side, when your terrible choices catch up to you, you go, shit, I should have paid Hatcher that $17 for that pseudo spanking. Juggling his keyboard's probably all jacked up. Literally. Finn says perp at the 2026 AVN Awards. That's funny. Now you just have to worry about having them try to come back with me now. Oh, I'm going to get them groupies, yo. Oh, Jess says, yeah, Jess, you only owe 12. That's correct. You already did 5, buddy. So you're good. So, MS says, well, I'm paying up. Well, you are freed. You are cleared to go to Valhalla now. Intact. You're all good. Habanero says, I don't know about anyone else, but I always unplug my web camera whenever I'm not using it. Oh, that's smart. If I had, let's say, a laptop that I was using as a tug machine or something, I would definitely put a sticker over the webcam on that laptop. You know? That's what I would do. I've never unplugged cameras, but I would go that far if it was necessary. But at the end of the day, if footage of me doing that got out on the internet, it would just increase my popularity. They'd be like, bro, you look like that? You sound like that? You got those gorgeous blue eyes? You're so smart and funny? And you got a big fat hog? This ain't fair. Life ain't fair. Shelton, you'll just funnel the money into my birthday box. Do it. I will. That sounds like, is that what the kids call your butthole now? Do they call it? I'm not up with the terms, right? I didn't know what drippy meant, right? I had two both fucking says Tugginator Tithings. This is what I love about this is the most ridiculous place on the internet, bro. Where we go off side topic on DSP, I mimic it, then claim you won't go to the other world unless you pay up, and you guys do. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. We are together the most ridiculous humans on earth, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Shelton, my birthday's a long way away. Are you telling me I gotta wait until November for the Urza and Yawgmoth stuff, bro? I'm gonna cry. I am going to weep. Mita, you don't want to know what drippy means? You might want to. Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway, since I already started talking about it, bro. I found out what it meant, and I was just like, oh. Multiple people said it about me on my channel, and I got pissed. I was like, yo, what's wrong with people? Why are they saying that I look like I have an STD? That's fucking brutal. Like that, where is this coming from? Because that's what that means, right? You remember that old Eminem song where that's how dicks be getting drips, falling victim to this shit, right? So, like that's what that meant, bro. It meant, like, for the longest time, it meant you have an STD. So multiple people tell me I have an STD in my comment section, and I'm like, muted, banned, get out of here, right? Get out of here with your horse shit. Oh, Packhead Super Chat says, I get into the slightly better part of heaven. Damn right, you Price is righted. You do indeed get into the slightly elevated version of heaven. It's just a bit of an inch higher. You just get to look down on everybody that tiny bit more. So, multiple people say this to me in my videos, and I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like, there have been years and years I've been insulted by people. Never with this one. Where is this coming from? And then I was at the mall looking good, right? My nice long jacket, nice hat, all of it. Like, I look so good that people would stop me to tell me, bro, you look good. Like, multiple people, women and dudes, would tell me, you look really good. I was just like, that's nice, thank you. You know what I mean? So I'm in the mall, and this dumb punk kid steps pretty much right in front of me and goes, whoa, you got mad drip. And I was just like, or you look mad drippy, whatever it was. And I wanted to backhand him out of my way. I could not believe it. I was just like I gave him the fucking death stare. Like I was going to end him. One of his friends was like, yo, he hates you, bro. And I walked off thinking, yeah, how ignorant was that? How dare you? Right? And then I went into the washroom and I was just like, but the tone, like it didn't add up, right? He didn't say it like, you suck. It didn't come across like that. And I was like, the tone doesn't match. So I pulled out my phone and I'm just like, what does drippy mean? And my phone went, it means you have STDs or your faucet doesn't work. And I'm like, this doesn't help me. How do I know what the kids are saying? What do stupid kids like? So I typed in TikTok drippy. Literally, that's all I typed in. And then it explained to me what it meant. It's like, it means I'm dressed well. Oh, bro, no, I banned multiple people for saying I look well dressed. Oh, and I gave that kid a death stare for complimenting me. So yeah, that's what it means. That's what it means. Sheldon, fair enough, bro. International shipping is huge. It's all good. I will wait. Dominic, how you doing, brother? STDs means you're getting sex at least. You can get it from a toilet seat. Also, I want you to know, your offer is being seriously considered by me as something to do, just so you know. Jess, yeah, I guess I should, right? I should tell you what I need, huh? Because I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it, my friend. You don't know that. You don't know. Finn, I don't think he was hitting on me. I don't 100% know. Like, in the past, I never really thought about dudes being into me that way. Aside from like a guy I worked with trying to convince me that I was gay so he could sleep with me. And I'm like, does this actually work on anybody? Like, I firmly know who I am. This isn't going to work. And it's kind of sad that you're trying this at all. Like, sorry, but there's zero fucking chance of this at all. Right? But like, never really thought about it. And then I started doing YouTube. And then I was like, oh, this is how the women feel. I have been sexualized by a bunch of people, and it's fucking strange and sad and weird and sometimes just funny, right? It's just like, oh, okay then, I'm moving on. Whatever, weirdo, you know? It's weird. It's weird. You know, ladies got to deal with a lot more of it than I do. So, there is that. Dominic, come for Strixhaven and dress up as a wizard. That's not a terrible idea. That is a genuine possibility. For those of you who don't know, Dominic has invited me out to the States. He has offered to pay for me to come out to the States, probably to murder me and bury me under his jail. You know what I mean? He's like, you come out and play Magic. He's like, you can do content if you want to, but it's literally just come out and play Magic. He probably wants to lick the back of my ear or something while I'm playing Magic. Just like, I like how we started talking about Overlord, and I mean, staying on topic is virtually impossible, right? What mythics am I still missing from my Wonders of the First set? Death. I am missing only tree cards now. I am missing King Alderan Leaf Song, Raoul Lightman, and Old Man Rocket. Those 3 mythics complete my set. For my foil set, I need like a ton more, but for my regular set, I'm almost there. 3 mythics away. Just, I mean, I guess you could call it evolving. Language is getting no cap 6-7, right? Mita, you got to deal with that with your voice in VR chat. Oh, the problem of having a good voice, right? Wiley, you're correct. Drip is style with clothing. You are in tune with the kids of the day. 100%. How far am I into my rewatch? I've only watched the entire first season. So I watched the last episode today. It has been great. I've been enjoying putting it on. Because it's a subtitled thing, I have to actually be actively focused on it. So I can't watch it as fast as I can other things, you know. I was watching a nature documentary about frogs and their gross mating habits, and I could hear it through the headphones, and I didn't have to be watching the whole time. And when I did watch, I was like, this is gross. Guys, be glad you're not frogs. The lady frogs build up this crazy foam lather, and the dudes just kind of have to wade into it, and they like slip and slide all over the place. The nature documentary said it's undignified multiple times. There's more Overlord coming up this year? Nice. Bo says, make sure to bring some extra keys they might use for jail cells. Dominic might try to keep you locked up with loot. That's true. That's true. I hope loot is in Strixhaven. Oh, shut up, Dominic. Now you're making me not want to show up. Habanero, one of the things you really love about Overlord is you can empathize with Ainz. He's not a good character. He does multiple heinous acts of evil in order to become a ruling tyrant. I mean, he's not just a straight up bad guy though, right? Like he does good things under the guise of being like the overlord or whatever, but he's not inherently evil, but he's also not like a full-on goody-goody, right? When he protects the village, but does not resurrect the villagers. I mean, he shows wisdom there going, okay, somebody who has a bunch of magical powers who can wield destruction on a high level, or somebody who has magical powers that can heal and bring people back from the dead. I know who's going to end up with more problems. And he's absolutely right. So that I get. Jess, you need a 3D printer that prints silicone? No. Wilo, that's what I already said. I searched it up with TikTok. That's how I found it. So I guess maybe you're behind in the stream. Maybe Wilo doesn't realize she's not on the live and she's just talking like 5 minutes in the past or whatever. Are there any loot fursuits we can fund? Nope, thankfully not. But there is a hoodie. If you want to ratchet up the embarrassment level, there is a hoodie. Yeah, I like how he just goes with things and claims things are all part of a grand plan when he has no clue. Sometimes as a leader, that's what you got to do to make your people feel like you're like up with it, you know? Like, oh no, like when he's in the graveyard and Nabernal or whatever her name is just like questioning his decision. Why didn't we hang back and do this? And then he's just like in his head, he's like, and he turns around. He's like, you're not going to learn if I tell you everything. Figure it out for yourself. And I'm like, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good imperious response, you know? So yeah, there's a bunch of enjoyable elements. He's OP, but because he's in a different world and the rules are different and now all the NPCs are living characters and stuff, it changes up the dynamics, right? Like, he thinks he has a grasp on everything, but he doesn't realize, there are world level items here that exist in a way that don't exist where I am. And then you have like the slain theocracy, which is just a gigantic religious state that has crazy angel powers and stuff. There's some cool stuff going on overall. Like the world that he has been teleported into feels real. It feels lived in. You know, like world building can be difficult. Making a world that feels lived in is enjoyable. And a lot can be communicated with a little. The wise king of the forest being some gigantic dumb hamster was funny. I forgot all about that. I completely forgot about that. Running guilds sucks. I mean, being the leader of almost anything can suck, bro. You got all this responsibility on your head. You got all these things you got to figure out. Luke, listen, man. We're fucking talking about Overlord and anime here. Don't even start trying to talk about fucking Starfleet. I'm not fucking having it. Listen here, motherfucker. Magic the Gathering is already getting dumb nonsense jammed into it. It's getting jammed into it, and I have to deal with fucking Star Trek and my magic later. You're not taking my fucking stream about anime, high fantasy anime, and talking about fucking Star Trek shit. This is your one warning. I'm gonna start timing motherfuckers out, because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. This is not okay. This is not okay. I'm getting a juice box now. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm going to get a juice box. I don't have to put up with this shit. Fucking stop talking about stupid ass fucking stuff. Anybody watching Star Trek? You don't get to look in my closet. Get a juice box. Fucking Star Trek. Live long and suck ball bags. Get out of here with that horse shit. Get out of here with that horse shit. Mita, he's OP, but yeah, so are the NPCs, right? Like, everybody's really strong. I enjoyed that fight. Dominic Super Chat says, can I get your juice box? Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm just trying to live my life here. Juggling, you had one over 400 people. That's a lot of birthday parties. You had to run birthday parties for your guild members? For real? Dreams, should you watch it? Should you watch Overlord? Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's fun. I've seen a bunch of isekais, and Overlord is one of the better ones as far as I'm concerned, right? While I knew it, I said as much. You were in the past. I figured it out. Yeah, Overlord has a lot of fun stuff going on for it. I mean, it's got the same things that all animes do where, like, people explain everything that's going on. You'll never survive my Ultra Thunder Blast attack because it uses thunder to come up under the ground and go through the heels of your feet. Thus, you can't escape it. Oh, but you did not expect my flying Ultra Jump, where I jump up in the air and then I do Magnus Death Spire, which sends me spinning down. You can't defend against this because you don't have the proper elemental defense. Oh, but I used Dong galore, and all of these Dongs have protected me. You didn't know that they had elemental resistance to air holy magic, did you? So it's pretty funny like that. I mean, a lot of animes are like that. Oh, Mita, yeah, bro, I hate that. I hate the CGI. I hate that. I don't know if they still do that in newer animes, but it's really jarring. It's really jarring when you go from like the nicely drawn animated characters into like CGI-ness. I think it was the skeletal dragons that were the first CGI thing, and I was like, ugh. But man, the character design in Overlord is really cool. What is her name? Clementine? Clementine is such a cool character. What a fucking psycho. She's way more interesting than the necromancer who was trying to become immortal. That guy was actually kind of boring. Like, he smarmed off to Clementine going, you better know your place, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, he put up that wall of defense, but like, I don't know. He just wasn't that impressive. She was more impressive. She's a maniac, right? The fact that she made her armor out of all of those adventurer plates was really cool. I really liked that. Juggling, you opened up gates with a cool name and it got crazy? Sounds like an MMO. Dreams, your favorite Isekai will probably always be Konosuba, but that's 70% because of nostalgia. By nostalgia, I bet you mean darkness, right? Right? Huh? Darkness? Oh, what are you going to do to me? Oh, what are you going to do to me? Oh. Finn, Albedo is my number one, but who's my number two? I don't even know all the other choices. Really? I'd have to watch more. Yeah. You're gonna like who are even the choices that I'm given here? Albedo, Shaltier, and then the little elf twin with the mismatched eyes or whatever. That one's like a kid, so that one didn't even count. And Shaltier is stuck in the body of a kid too, isn't she? So what are my other choices, bro? Like I don't go in for that. Like I'm into this. Yo, bro, that looks like a 10-year-old, and you're like, no, listen, she's an 8,000-year-old shark demon. Listen, no, just no. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I see you, bro, and this is not okay. You're a fucking weirdo. You know? Any chance we can share the list that I got of all the must-watch anime on the Discord? Yeah, there definitely is a chance of that. Oh, the Battle Maids. Yes, how did it... You know, I guess I don't think about the Battle Maids because they're not doing that much yet. But the Battle Maid who fortified that village is full of goblins or whatever, she looks pretty good. The blonde one that was working with the butler guy, she looks pretty good. I mean, those would be valid choices. They haven't done anything to stand out to me yet. They barely have any lines and barely have any impact on the story overall so far. But I mean, you're right. They definitely are in the category of you can actually choose them. Most of the battle maids do look better, but underneath it, they're weird. That's all right. I'll feel the weirdness. You get it? Huh? Oh, give him a little come hither. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, 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 whoop. Please, 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 the Pleiades. Wah, 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 wah. The Pleiades doing Pilates on my fucking dong. Packhead says, I would do unholy things for Lupus Regina. What a fucking name. Is that the redhead at the I feel like that's the redhead at the Goblin Village. Is that one? Finn, the big bimbo with boobs that eats people? The brown-haired maid that Sebas has a thing for? Black-haired maid, female adventure group? You got a long list. Thompson with the cool guy. With the cool guy video game sticker. Boing. Wait, Double Strike, you know nothing about anime, but your girls were into Black Butler? Oh my god. No. Oh no. If that's the one that I think it is, it's good you don't know about anime. Yeah. Your daughters are into Black Butler. If that's the one that I think it is, bro, I'm gonna have to have a chat. I'm gonna have to have a chat with your daughter the next time I see her and be like, yo, what the hell have you been watching? Don't spoil the battle maids. Let's just say they're mostly not humans or human. Well, I figure like everybody who's part of Nazarick isn't human. Are there any humans there? Right? Some, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I don't know. Maybe it's a different name. But for some reason, that sets off the wah, wah, wah alarms. Can't wait till you meet Boo B. What? Yeah, something that doesn't help me. Dreams, you watch a little of it, but you got bored pretty quickly. It's kind of an oldie for kids to be watching these days. Fair enough. Maybe I'm thinking of Black Clover? No, I'm not thinking of fucking Black Clover. Black Clover doesn't have anything questionable in it. Right? At all. Black Clover is just like, do you want to hear Asta yell a lot? Black Clover has some really cool stuff going on in it. I enjoyed that. A dude who's like got no magic in a world where everybody has magic, but he has a demon. Right? That's cool. There's a lot of cool stuff. Actually, a ton of cool stuff in Black Clover. That's definitely not what I'm thinking of. Watched the Black Clover movie and I was just like, Asta, stop fucking yelling all the time. Stop yelling all the time. If somebody is suggestive, listen, we're talking about ladies growing dongs and shit. Are we not? Like, that's not happening in Black Clover. If this is the same thing, it must be... Wait. Black Butler. Bible? Oh, maybe that's it. Okay. Degenerates of the stream. You will know the difference between those two. Oh, is that what it is, Mita? That might be what it is. Where it's just like, what the hell? Okay, cool. All right. False alarm, Double Strike. False alarm. Black Butler. Now, see, I didn't want to look it up. I didn't even want to search it because I was just like, I do not want that. I don't want the computer to think. I mean, even saying it in the stream is bad enough because it'll pick up on what I've said. Have fun with what YouTube starts recommending, you guys. You have friends who are into that. That's weird, man. That shit is weird. Like, really weird to me, man. That's fucked up. All right, never mind. False alarm, Double Strike. False alarm. No, listen, I'm going to tell you. When we go on our trip to the Shattering, I'm going to tell you about this anime, and then you tell me if you'd still be okay if anime. And I don't even know that much about it. I've only seen enough to nope the fuck out so fast. So fast, I was like, oh no. What the hell is this? Goodbye forever. So I can almost promise you that you would not want your daughters watching this shit, bro. Dreams, yes. Yes, it is. Finn, you know way more women who watched it than men, I guess. Black Butler is Square Enix. Yeah, okay. No, listen, Double Strike, there's times where you need to step in and have an intervention when you love your family. And if they were watching this, yeah, you'd need to. There's some stuff where you just go, yeah, okay, whatever, enjoy. And then there's other things like, we have to talk. Somebody has to tell you, this is not okay. Weird. Disconcerting. Actually, that's the word. It's not just weird, it's disconcerting. Jess, your whole problem is you can make your own choices. Welcome to being an adult, buddy. It only gets crazier from here until you just get so old you stop giving a fuck about anything. And then you walk around with your old balls hanging out at the gym going, I don't fucking care. Screw it. I'm 100 years old. I'm done giving a shit about anything. Now I got Black Clover music in my head. Double Strike, there better not be. I mean, you never know with Magic the Gathering. You never know. You never know what they're going to pull, bro. Oh. That's funny that I got that. Wait, I might have seen Black Butler. What's that one about? Black Clover does have killer intros. See, here's the problem. Only the crappy one gets stuck in my head. Black Clover. That one's terrible. It's terrible, and it's the only one that pops into my head when I think about it. Packhead and Overlord universe beyond might go hard. I wonder what level of demand there would be for something like that. You know? It's about a rich kid and a vampire butler. Okay. Maybe I haven't seen it. Finn, you bought Overlord packs? Did they make an Overlord card game? Or is it like collectible cards, or are you talking about something else? Shelton, you remember going to a late night panel at AnimeCon where most of the discussion was when Hentai Bible Black was brought up a bit? Like, where's your shame, people? Those like it's like the equivalent of like the people who go to like the adult video awards or whatever. It's like, how do you go? I'm going to the porn star awards. Do you know what I mean? Like, not if you are one, obviously, go get your trophies. Who cares? Obviously, you're doing your thing. Jam the trophy up inside you. Who cares? But, like, as fans of it, hey, I'm a big fan. I watched you get railed by 40 guys. Like, what? What? Can I have a hug? What is wrong with you? Like, what? Gross. Fucking gross. Finn, you got Weeb Schwarz cards? All right. Reincarnated as a slime? That's a fun one, 100%. Jess, that's not really a crazy choice. You met some crazy guy. You talked to him. And that's it. You didn't cause whatever you think you did. But if you want to believe that, you can. But it's not crazy to me. Hey man, I talked to somebody and then 2 days later they did something crazy. Okay, cool. No, but you don't understand. My conversation had massive influence and I've warped reality. No. Hey, crazy guy showed up and I talked to him. Yeah? And then 2 days later did something crazy. Wow, I wonder if he was already crazy and was just going to do crazy stuff. No, but you don't understand. I got through to him and had influence on him. And that's why that thing happened. It's connected to me somehow. It's not. Not at all. Not at all. Not even close. Not even slightly. Not 1 millimeter, buddy. Not at all. Lunatics are lunatics. But, I mean, you're not going to fucking listen because you like to think you have fucking magical powers and shit, which is obviously delusional nonsense. So, I mean, keep on. Keep on believing the ridiculous crap that you believe that's 100% not true. Pot says shame in 2026? That's funny. Finn, you tried to send Cinder to one of those panels? What's the big deal about that? He's into degenerate bullshit now. If you're a fucking furry, obviously you have no self-love or self-respect and you'll go to shit like this, right? You literally don't want to be yourself. That's what being a furry is, right? You can't accept that you're a human. You don't love yourself. And as a twisted way to try and process that, you pretend you're a fucking animal and put on a fucking suit. So, I mean, yeah, mentally ill people are going to fucking go to this shit, right? That's it. We just need to start the fucking therapy for furries. It'll be okay. You're a person. You're a human. The best thing to be. You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to you don't have to be fucking Alfie the Anteater to be loved. You can just be loved as like Jeff or Greg or whatever your name is. You don't have to do this. That's what I want to tell every furry when I see them. You know, did anybody tell you don't have to do this? You're good enough. Like, do you want to sit down and talk? Because you do need someone to talk to. You're probably around a bunch of weirdo enablers who tell you that you're a goat or whatever and then take pictures with your dog in weird suggestive ways and stuff. Like, but you don't have to do any of that to be loved. You can just be a person, you know? Shelton, it's about a 12-year-old who made a pact with a demon. Okay, that's what Black Butler is. Fair enough. Reincarnated as a slime, now I wander the boardroom meetings. I read that and I'm like, is that real? I've definitely seen reincarnated as a vending machine, now I wander the dungeon. And I've seen reincarnated as a slime. Reincarnated as a slime is way better than reincarnated as a vending machine. Reincarnated as a vending machine is actually fairly weak. It was just good enough for me to finish watching it. but it's not very good. Dumpster says they do it for attention. Then when you call them out on that behavior, all of a sudden you're the asshole. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous. Dreams, yeah, I don't understand it. When they say I'm a furry, what they mean is that I didn't get hugged enough as a child. All right, wait, Finn, what? Did they do a second season of the vending machine? Because what are you talking about? Oh, they did make a second season of the vending machine one. I wasn't going to watch it until Finn said, are they getting too sexual with the second season? What's going on? Does he use one of his upgrades to start selling dongs or something? Oh, yeah, we got to get them furry some help, boys. We got to give them some fucking help. Oh, okay. Well, let's go from that spicy conversation to this spicy conversation. Y'all ready to see the spices that I got, boys? Also, I didn't understand the sale. It only applied to one spice, and I thought it applied to all the spices, so I thought I was getting a sick discount multiplier. And then when I got home and looked at the receipt, I was just like, damn it! Damn it! Based on your guys' suggestions and what was available, oh, and by the way, I checked out the spices I do have. They were all way past their date. We're talking like 2023. So they're all gone. They're all gone, and I have these now. What a steep twist we're taking here. Whoop! I got rosemary. I got parsley, cinnamon, thyme. You always use more thyme. I got mustard. Nobody suggested this one in the stream, but I remembered that I actually have my family's marinade recipe that uses mustard powder. So I grabbed this too. It's best before date. Best before 2023. Old stale spices. No, thank you. Garlic salt. Bay leaves for the slow cooker stew stuff. And it turns out my peppercorns were also very old. So new thing of peppercorns for the peppercorn grinder. So yeah, it's a good mix. It's a good mix. I busted into my piggy bank for it. I foolishly got this metal bank that was completely sealed shut. It had no way to open it. How you're actually supposed to open it is take a hammer to the side. So I had to bash the shit out of this thing to open it and get my money out. I bought it on a lark, and I was just like, oh, it's a fun little way to save some money. But now I need that money. So I had to crack it open. It was a real bitch. Dreams, you can't not be here at the beginning of the stream and then talk about ignoring something when we already talked about it, but you weren't here. Ball Valgan says, most spices don't really go bad. They just lose their potency, can taste stale or bland, but not actually go bad. That's why it says best before instead of expired. That's the difference. Expiry date is that's expired food. Best before is you can still have this. It won't kill you. Yeah, I didn't get curry powder. Your mom has a jar of curry from when she was in university. She's in her 70s now. We don't use it. Pots, it is a good mix. Jess, you're willing to learn everything I want to eat just to teach it to me through text or finding an accurate video to share to you. You know what, buddy? I appreciate your enthusiasm. I'll tell you what. If I think of some kind of meal that I want to try out or whatever, I will tell you what it is and we'll see what you can dig up. How about that? Also, we'll see if when I'm in the States, if I can find one of those Feastable bars. Because I don't know they might have just been like a limited time thing, right? Like if this had been months ago, it'd be easily doable. But now, I don't know. But yeah, this was stupid. Never get a piggy bank that you can't open when you need the money, boys. Right? You guys probably don't have that problem, do you? Probably not useful advice. But either way, the neighbors came out to see what the hell I was doing. They're like, what are you doing out there? Like, I don't mind that you're making the noise, but what is the noise? Some long-term savings. Well, now it's short-term spendings because Daddy's got bills to pay. Daddy's got bills to pay. I keep hoping, like, No Word of a Lie picked up like 4 times and shook it, being like, maybe there's some more in there I didn't see. Maybe it got stuck somewhere. Like, looking, you know what? Let me take my flashlight. Maybe there's another $5 or $10 bill in here, baby. Nope. That's a big no. That's a big no. Shelton, you have a glass jar with a screw-on lid to store your loose change. I have one of those little Gold Rush baggies that I keep my extra change in. And then when there's enough, I like to roll it and spend it. So, not to brag, but got a $2 roll of nickels ready to go. I don't care. Some people are uncomfortable using rolls of change. Not me. I'm like, yo, I went to the trouble to roll it for you. That's really nice. That's really nice. You know, like, I could just dump all the nickels and dimes on the counter and make you count that shit. But instead, I went out and made to roll it. So that just seems like really good, you know? And some places are cool because the cashier will just be like, oh shit, thank you. We can actually use this change. This is really useful. So it depends on where you use them, right? MS says, oh no, you found one. Hey, thanks, buddy. I guess it wasn't here. It just magically appeared on the screen instead. Yeah, I was like really hyped about this thing until when I went to open it and realized this is actually going to be a nightmare. It took me so long and I fucked up a butter knife too. Like I used a hammer and a butter knife. And that butter knife got bent to shit, scratched up, and I just had to throw it away. Thankfully, it wasn't from the new cutlery that I got, the nice matching set of cutlery. It's from the old cutlery. I haven't started using the new cutlery yet. It's all completely washed and in the drawer, but I'm not using it until I have the black plates and the black knives. I want to have this like transfer. I got to get black cups too, but I want to have this transformation of my dishware and stuff. It's going to be cool. I already showed off the cutlery to my friend. I'm like, check it out. Check it out. I sent pictures, but the person I sent pictures to was just like, that looks like silver to me. I'm like, they're not. They're black, damn it. And they're cool. But yeah, this is... They called it like a man piggy bank or whatever because you have to smash it open. I couldn't even get into it until I got the hammer. The Bow Falcon, thanks for the tools, by the way. I literally couldn't even get into this thing until I got the hammer. And now that I've taken down all the extra hooks and stuff off the walls, it's transformed it into a nice blank canvas. Things are looking good here. I mean, they're maybe not looking good. They're looking ready to be made good, you know? Instead of like, there's a bunch of things that I had to go and take down off the walls, little hooks and other things and whatever, because there was a bunch of stuff up there, and none of that's going to go up there. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might take some of these pictures. Hold on. You coming with me? All right, hold on. Let's do this. So yeah, I've got these Ralph Horsley prints. I might take them off the closet and spread them around. You know what else is legit? I didn't realize how legit it is. Is the, again, this is Bow Falcon. What are they called? The disc plates. Disc plates are really fucking cool. That's awesome. The fact that you can just like slap them up on the magnet, swap them around into different stuff. Those would make some cool decorations out in the hallway and stuff. So yeah, I got some ideas. It'll take me time to enact them, but I got some ideas. I had to bash this so much. And like I ended up bending this corner down too over top of it, which you're not supposed to do. So I made it a much more time-consuming process. And then I just had to like, you're supposed to like tear it all the way open, but I was just like, I'm just going to shake it and pull out what's in there. And now it's just a big old metal box of garbage, right? But for now, it makes a good stand for Albedo. How long have I had the box? I picked it up sometime in 2025, but can't remember. It wasn't like, I wish cracking it open and it was like, oh my God, so much money. But like, I don't even want to tell you how much. Because you're going to be like, you went to all that work and that for that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I needed to get spices. Oh, you can make your own. Oh, why am I surprised that you can make your own disc plates? I mean, literally, if we stand up, I'll show you how stupid I am. You can make your own disc plates? Really? I didn't know that was an option. Do you know what that would mean? That would mean that this me would actually have to be a regular disc plate offering. For me to say I didn't know you could make custom ones would mean that I would think that this is something that they actually sell on fucking disc plate normally. How dumb does that make me? Right? Like the Legend of Zelda one. But that one, you know, come on, bro. Come on. Use your brain. And yeah, fucking that would be dope. I would totally be down for that. 100%. I like that idea a lot. Packhead, no, listen. It wasn't change in the box. It was bills, okay? So there. 5s and 10s. Suck on that, buddy. Loose 5s and 10s went in there. But when you factor in how much the metal box cost me, what are you going to do? You don't always make the best choices, right? What's my camera setup? This is an OBS. This is, what the hell's it called again? It is OBS Tiny 2 Light Stream Camera. It's pretty cool, right? It follows me. I can have it follow me. Or, hold on. Let's get it back this way. Or, now it won't follow me. And check this out. Come on in. Ho ho! Get up close on this beautiful face, bro. Delicious. Now get out of here. Fucking magic. What up, lasagna? How you doing, bro? Jess, that's a pretty good list of stuff. I have to learn not just recipes, but also how to use particular devices. Like, I know how to use a slow cooker to make a few things. I do not know how to use an air fryer to do anything other than reheat things. And that's basically just press the button to turn it on and then open it after a while and poke the food. So, fairly inept in that regard. Whatever. You know, we talked about pizza so much with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I was telling somebody I made spaghetti and I called it pizza. Zircon, you always get a laugh out of the unintended zoom-ins. It exaggerates my gesticulation. It's true. It's ridiculous. I'll just look up and I'm just like, oh, the camera zoomed in again. Have I checked to see if my camera has any firmware updates I could apply? It might fix the freezing. I have not. That is actually a smart suggestion. To the point where I'm going to note it down and then probably lose track of the note and not do it, but it's definitely worth noting down. And I will be more specific because my first inclination is to just type get firm, but then that might just be me telling myself to go jerk it, so I don't want to get all confused that way. That's actually a really good suggestion. Oh, man. Actually, I should be happy that I'm yawning. This was by design. I'm supposed to get up earlier tomorrow so that I can go out and do some things. Go for breakfast with my friend. Go hit up the post office. Go drop the modem off, which requires going to a completely different city because the internet company is fucking terrible in terms of, like, returns. There's only one place you can do it at. Otherwise, you got to do it by mail and all these other stuff. And if it was just mine, I would. But this stuff wasn't in my name. It was in her name. And we're getting that all resolved now. And I'm the one who'd have to end up paying in the end. But I'm just trying to stop there being any kind of problems. Because it's just like, yeah, I said I'd handle it. She tried to drop it off at the one mall in town where you can actually set up your service, and they wouldn't take it. And it's like, she called me up and was like, okay, I'm having a real problem, like, getting this dropped off today. And, like, this is the last day I can do it because I'm leaving tomorrow kind of thing. And I said, all right, no problem. I'll take care of it. So now I got to take care of it, which is annoying, but whatever. Double Strike, you better not be tired for Cowabunga night. I'll be there, bro. I'll be there. Kensuke, did I switch to an internet company? I'm going to reword that. Did I change my internet service provider? The answer is no. I actually went with the exact same internet service provider. I just got like a way better deal, like a crazy better deal, where I told the lady what I had and she started laughing. Like, I told her what I had and what I paid, and she was just like, okay, so this is like, the base price is actually going to be a couple dollars lower than your original base price. It's going to be 3 times the speed. And then she's like, and then she just started slapping so many discounts on it that I was like, I literally asked her, I'm like, are you allowed to put this many discounts on it or whatever? And so she's just like, bam, 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 like a bunch. She waved the installation stuff because I was like, I can do a self-install. That's no problem, you know? And she's like, most people can't do that. She's like, I'll waive the install fee for you. I'll give you this discount, this discount, this discount, this discount. Like, it was like a fucking page of discounts, bro, to the point where I genuinely became cynical and went, she can't be able to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get the actual bill and it's going to be something that I'm not expecting, right? And so she told me. And so I was like, okay, so after 2 months, then my bill goes up to this amount. And she's just like, no, because see this right here? This discount is for 24 months. And I was like, what? She's like, these ones are for a couple months. These ones are for a couple months. This is for the first. And then this is for 2 years. And I was like, you're doing an awesome job. So all said and done, and I'll know once I actually get the bill in a couple of months or whatever, I should be paying like 40% less for internet. But the first 2 months are like $10 each. I could have fucking cried. I was just like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. You know, like, what? I'm still waiting for the first bill from them. Like, fooled you. Because it's like, never trust corporations. Never trust corporations. They're always just like, just let me put one finger in there, right? And then they just go, right? And it's like, damn it, I knew I should have stopped you. But I looked it all over and I'm like, this says $10. Am I really getting this for $10 for 2 months? Like, I didn't have to sign up anything saying that I was staying for years or anything. I just went to the lady and said, okay, the service was in my wife's name and she's moving. So I need service in my name and we can't just swap it over, right? We got to set up a new service. And the lady was like, yeah, that's right. And then she asked me questions and she just went, and like, I was like, can I just see what it looks like on your screen to see what I'm getting? Because it just sounded too crazy. And then when I looked at it on the screen, it looked even crazier because all the discounts like big, 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 big. And I was just like, okay then. But yeah, it seems like it's legit. Joglum says, be careful out there. Everyone been sick for 2 days. The flu going around. I got sick after coming back from the face-to-face event. I got sick from that. My other friend got sick from something else. So I don't know. Hopefully I don't get sick. Yeah, Zircon. Yes. When the 2-year one expires, calls them and see if you're getting any new, if there are any new promotions, make sure you're getting the best rate. See, that's the biggest thing I took away from this. I went, wait a minute. I'm like, the cable company will just leave you on the same plan you're on that's shit for you and incrementally increase the prices just to see if you'll keep paying. That's what they're doing. So now I know every 2 years or whatever, it'll just be like time to get a new plan at the very least. You know what I mean? I can probably get a plan that's just as good as or better than my plan for the same price at the bare minimum, right? And Carly used to call in and they would just put a new 2-year discount on our plan, which I see why they did that now because we were getting hosed. So yeah, I learned from that. Actually, that was something they said. They're like, don't worry about that. Or you when they say, stop buying a cup of coffee every day because that's what's eating away your money, you young millennials, whatever. It's actually, no. Renegotiate like your internet package and other things like that. That's where the real savings are, you know? Kenzie, you did that last year. You had two options: faster speed for $10 less, or of 10% for up to $30 less. You took the $30 less because it's easier upgrade later than downgrade. Ah, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you could either get it faster for $10 more, or it wouldn't be as fast, but it'd be $30 less. No, $10 less or $30 less. Okay. Bolt Falcon. Dealer's choice. Surprise me, buddy. Surprise me. Mita, your folks figured out they were doing that to your grandparents for years. You just go into autopilot and you're just used to things going up. So you just pay without thinking it. And now I'm just like, I was getting hosed. I was getting hosed. I'll remember going forwards though. Lasagna, your dog just punched you in your face and now I have a busted lip. All right, everybody, let's congratulate Lasagna's dog. Good job. Oh, it's a poodle? You got a busted lip from a poodle, you little bitch. Everybody show F's in the chat. Super chats mocking. Yes, that's even better. Super chats mocking Lasagna for getting his lip busted by a poodle. Probably got a poodle cut. You should just go put on a dress right now, Sally. That's like one of the most pussiest dogs to have your lip busted by, bro. Juglin's like, yo, that sucks. And here's what kind of dog. It's, Do I want the size I have or already bigger? Oh, there's bigger? I feel like that's, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Well, it's going to be the same stuff, but look bigger, right? Bigger. You know what? I got a lot of negative space in this place to fill, so I don't think it's going to be an issue with size. The bigger, the better. Lasagna said you didn't expect to get a free insult out of it. Well, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. That poodle is now my fucking hero. Tell your poodle I love it. I hope it busts you in the chops every day. If you actually want to feel better, though, there's a guy I know who literally had part of his fucking ear chewed off by his dog. The dog's part wolf. It fucking ate part of his ear. I told him, you got to eat that dog. You got to eat that dog because you can't get into Valhalla if you're missing any of your body parts. So you got to eat the dog. You got to eat. Mina did it. He's laughing at you and your poodle. Lasagna says, I love you, and so does my poodle. Well, your poodle is like aces with me, Lasagna. And I like that you're getting in on the super chat mockery of yourself with the poodle. You got the right spirit, bro. That's hilarious. All right, Mita, Lord on the board. L 67.5 centimeters, 48 centimeters, or M 4532. So, yeah, L. Oh, there we go. I thought it was going to zoom in. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy now. Back it up. Whack it up. Zorp. Come on. Zimp. Okay. Oh, let the yawns flow over you. Jess, dude, you're going to get an almost extra, $1,600 in March. That's awesome, bro. That's genuinely dope. That's got to feel nice, right? It's got to be exciting. It's nice when you know you got a big payday coming, bro. But yeah, he got part of his ear chewed off. It's gone, man. It's gone. He came into the game store one day and part of his fucking ear was gone. His dog stood up on its put its paws on his fucking shoulders and chewed part of his damn ear off. They kept the dog too, man. They kept the dog. It's insane. It's insane. some super chat is 3 icons: a poodle, a punch, and a laughing face. Oh, busted lip from a poodle. That's funny. That's funny. Oh. Jess, the hard part's going to be trying not to spend any on drugs and pay off debts. Bro, pay off debts. Pay off debts. That's the smart move. That's the smart move. Because debts carry interest, and they also hang on your head. Hey! Hey, motherfucking display action! Yeah, I see it. It says display the magic historian. Thanks, buddy! That's fucking exciting. That's exciting. Decorating the walls is actually one of the biggest challenges that I have. The kitchen, I don't know if you guys ever saw it from that angle, but it has like this backsplash of all these flowers and butterfly stickers. It's a whole wall thing. And I'm trying to get it all, I'm trying to like transform this place as much as possible before I go to the shattering. So when I come back, it's just like, welcome to your new canvas. Paint upon it, you know? Don't be American and have American-sized debt. That doesn't... He's Canadian. And, like, the country you're in doesn't have anything to do with your debt, bro. Debt is brutal. I remember when I had crazy amounts of debt and how stressful it was and whatever. Paying off your debt is worthwhile. Just spend... If your money will take care of your debt entirely, super smart move to take care of the whole debt. But if you have so much debt that you can't cover it all, then do yourself a favor and at least go 50-50 on it, bro. At least go 50-50 on it, you know? Because how often are you going to get windfalls like this in the first place, where you get like an extra disbursement of cash like that? So it's like I've had this conversation with a bunch of people. I was really dumb with money. I got really bad into debt. It was a nightmare, and it took me years to climb my way out of it. I learned a lot of valuable lessons. I have a friend who had a whole bunch of debt, and he would just keep getting all these crazy magic cards. And he had like serialized cards that he cracked. And I was like, you need to sell those, bro. Like, you need to sell that. The one he had, I'm like, you need to sell that right away. He's like, what? And I'm like, you're thinking that you're going to hang on to this and it's going to go up in value over time? It's not. Wizards of the Coast is going to drive this shit into the ground. And your random serialized, like 452 out of 500 of Atraxa or whatever, it's a hot potato. Sell it and use that to pay down your debt, idiot. I know you have like a low interest rate, but his debt wasn't even his. Basically, he got into a bad relationship and he took on debt from this other chick, basically. And so I was like, this is also good for you mentally, because as long as you have that debt, that's still hanging over you of that, like that relationship that did not go well. You don't need that in your life, right? So I basically yelled at him. And then he called me later going, bro, I did sell it and I used it to pay down my debt. And I was like, good man, good fucking choice. Like, when you have debt like this and a magic collection like this, you can still have a magic collection like this and no debt. You know what I mean? Like, there's good kinds of debt, I guess, where you're like getting ahead. Like, if you, like, having debt because you have a house doesn't seem stupid to me. It's obviously way beyond my level, but that doesn't seem stupid to me because you're buying the place you live in and it's worth something. But having like credit card debt or line of credit debt that just means you owe somebody interest but doesn't get you anything or get you ahead, that's not a winning move. That's a dumb move. That's a move I've made. I had crazy amounts of debt. Crazy amounts. I look back and I'm just, man, I was dumb and young and really made some stupid choices. Mita, you remember vaguely my breakfast pan fry streams? The breakfast streams are going to be making a comeback. More streams! Ball Falcon says now you'll end up spending hours searching their sites for hundreds of options. I do like that. I'll deal with the what is it, decision anxiety? I can deal with that. I can deal with that. You're the man, buddy. Thanks very much. Just almost nothing other than GST checks. Well, how much, you know what, you don't want to talk about it here. Tell me on Facebook through Messenger or whatever. Tell me what you got going on debt-wise, and I'll help you sort it out, buddy. You want to help me with the cooking stuff? You're excited to talk to me about that stuff? I will help cajole you into a direction that's better for you, right? Because you're straight up on fucking disability, and I want to make sure that you're going to be able to live as good as you can. because you're also a fucking lunatic who's not going to make the best choices. So maybe if one of your favorite internet guys says something to you, you might listen. You never know, right? You want to get a couple of respect points from old Perp here? That's one way to do it. Yeah, Jess, tell me, you know what, buddy? Send me a message on Facebook. Tell me what you got. Tell me the amounts of debt you got, what kind of debt it is, and what the interest rates are on them. And I'll help you figure out the best way to get out from under this, okay? Because once you do that, it basically will, like, fucking snowball forwards for you. Because, like, any money you were using to service those debts, now you can... You know what? You get all your debts paid, then you can spend it on drugs. If that's what you want to do. Double Strike says the snowball method is the best. Don't listen to him. See, I said snowball. I meant something different. When he said snowball, that's when, like, you blow in the lady's mouth and then she kisses it into your mouth. Double Strike and his daughters are into some weird... Well, now that makes it sound like I'm saying they're doing it together. That's great. I'm going to run with it. He is disgusting. They are disgusting. See, guys, I don't just insult you guys on the internet. I also insult my dear friends that I've known forever. And this is nothing new to them. One of my favorite things about my marriage ending is that I get to hassle Double Strike about hooking up with his daughter. Like, I'm gonna give you a strong masculine grandchild. That shit is hilarious. That is a well that I have not plumbed the full depths of yet, you know? Mita, you remember a decade ago when you completely paid off your car? It was an awesome feeling? I believe it. Double Strike's like, whoa. Oh, Bald Falcon says, I can help too, and you can pay me back when you can without interest, and no worries, you know me. Look at how nice that is. Bald Falcon's a really nice guy who helps a lot of people. He's got a big heart and obviously got himself in a position where he can take care of himself properly and help others. That's got to feel really good. That's got to feel... I hope it does. Bald Falcon, I hope you feel good about yourself, buddy, because you are a genuinely good person, bro. Chat, well, it sounds like you can get most things squared off, right? Cool. Yeah, Jess, but for real, dude, send me the info. Send me the info and I'll help you figure it out. Or talk to Bo Falcon and he'll help you figure it out. I mean, he's got, let's be real, he's got his head on his shoulders better than I do. He's not smashing into little metal safes like me, right? So, however you want to do it, buddy. However you want to do it. Multiple people have your back. You can make things better. Lasagna, you haven't really been here and put some puzzle pieces together. Condolences and congratulations. It's amicable. We are both moving on into new stages of our lives that will have both tribulations and joys. So definitely not a condolences situation at all. It's different, definitely different being on my own. It is like when you're used to constant companionship, it is a real change, right? So I will say that. But there's upsides and downsides, right? The downside is if I see some dumbass meme, I don't immediately just go, hey, check this out. The upside is do whatever the fuck I want whenever I want without worrying about it impacting anybody else. So if I want to live stream at 6 a.m, I want to do a breakfast stream. I want to just jet out somewhere. Like, oh, I've been invited to go to the States. I can just go. Like, I can literally just pick up and go with like a moment's notice, right? I don't have to worry about being anywhere at a particular time. Like, oh, dinner's going to be ready at time X or anything like that. So a lot of freedom, right? Sometimes freedom can feel a little bit strange, but it's definitely good, you know? What up, Drunkle? How you doing? Jess, well, you'll get that figured out, buddy. You'll get it figured out. Once you get your publishing done of your comic book about little boy Blue, who blew his nose and blew farts. It's not the most compelling concept, but don't judge it. That's what Jess has going on, okay? I didn't make that up. That's his real concept. And if he tries to tell you anything else, he's a liar. Because you heard it from me, the most trusted man on the internet, in the universe overall, really, if you think about it, you know? Man, I completely forgot that we started this talking about Overlord. Whenever I do one of these streams, I just think to myself what it's like for some random person who's just like a fan of Overlord or whatever the subject is, and then they click on a stream going, oh, okay, like, you know what? I'm just going to check this out. It's somebody talking about this thing that I like. And then it's like, oh, he's talking about it for a bit. And then it's just like, what the hell is all this other crap? What is he talking about? No, I don't want any of this. Goodbye. Or the even weirder ones who are just like, yo, actually, this is great. I like this. I'm coming back for more. And then it's like, welcome. Welcome to the tribe. Oh, lasagna's you're expanding on the lore, bro. Expanding on the lore. It's going to be an earlier night tonight. I'm not going to have anything to eat after the stream, actually. Because I have to... Because of my stupid condition, I have to wait like a couple hours after I eat before I can go to bed. So once this stream's over, I'm going to finish reading the second Deathgate novel because I'm right at the end. And then I'm going to dive into the third one because I've really been enjoying... Oh, this is the first one. I've really been enjoying like reading a book at the end of the day. I wasn't doing that for the longest time, but it really is nice and chill. Volume 4. Okay, we got some more over here. Don't tell me Volume 3 is not in here. Volume 4. Which ones are these? Do they even have the numbers on them? Okay. Dragon Wing is number 1. Elven Sea is number 2. Elven Star is number 2. Fire Sea. That's not Fire Sea. That's not... None of these are Fire Sea. Where the hell is Fire Sea? Well, that's not good. The one I want to read. Where is it? Oh, hey, here's my gigantic magic historian. Techno historian. I have a gigantic techno historian and a shattering sticker. That's not stuck on there. I just put it in there to protect it. From the first shattering. I have all kinds of fun wonder stuff. Drunko, 2 minus 2 days to move to Vietnam. What? I thought you said you were already there. Not sure if you're going to cowbunga this weekend. Well, I am. I'm cowbunging this weekend. Going to go to the pre-release. I go to every pre-release. I gots to go to the pre-release, right? Where is that book? Now I got to look around for it. Where the hell is Fire Sea? Oh, wait, I think I know where it is. Ha! Ha ha! Victory! Took no time to find it all. So yeah, this is the book I'm going to dive into next. This shall be my next book. Fun series. I'm going through them at a decent clip, honestly. It's very peaceful just chilling and reading a book. Who's the author? It's Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, same guys who did the Dragonland stuff and other novel series too. They did the Dark Sword series, which I've already read. Star of the Guardians. I don't know that one. But yeah, they did a bunch of Dragonlance novels. The majority of them, I think. I think they did the majority of the Dragonlance novels. I'd have to double check that, but... yeah, pretty sure. Jess, how crazy is it that we call it the year 2026 when the universe is like billions of years old? Gotta start somewhere, right? Didn't they like change the calendar like less than 100 years ago or something like that too? And then the Russians didn't change it or something like that, so they showed up to the Olympics late, like by 8 days or some shit. I don't know. I mean, that's just some random piece of information floating around in my head. I don't even know if it's true. I don't even know where it came from. Oh well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because I mean, you're right. It is pretty funny that it's like it's the year 2026, and it's like, but the Earth's been around for, it's like the year 2026 from a very arbitrary start date, right? And then you count backwards from that too. You gotta have some system, right? So at this point, nobody's gonna change that, right? Maybe someday in the future when like there's all these different planets and stuff, maybe they'll start a new calendar and they'll be like stardate 143.2897. I fucked another alien lady on another planet and my dick fell off, you know? Thompson Fire Sea is awesome. It's one of your favorites. I really enjoyed the Elven Star one. That was pretty cool. I got more into that than I did the first one. And I mean, probably because there's multiple reasons for it, right? I'm curious to see what's going to go on with Haplo and the rest of this. The Titans were really cool. It was mildly underwhelming to find out what they were for, you know, like they're supposed to be in the Citadel just kind of keeping the peace or whatever. So I don't know if the Titans come up anymore. They were really cool as an enemy, as a threat, you know? They were really cool. But ultimately, the more I learned about them, the less compelling they became, right? And I'm like, okay, it makes sense where they were trying to go. They're like, where is the Citadel? It's like, there's a whole bunch of Citadels. And like, how did you get here from there? I guess I'll just have to wait and see, right? Unless they're just done with that. The dragon calling the wizard is familiar was fun, though. I definitely wasn't expecting that. I kept thinking that the wizard was Fizban, right? I'm like, this is like Fizban from Dragonlance, right? And it's like, no. No, he's not. But yeah, fantasy novels and stuff like that are way more compelling to me than real world stuff. You know, some people like World War II books and all this kind of, and biographies and real world events and stuff. Some of that can definitely be interesting, but it's not as interesting as high fantasy stuff because there's just so much more you can do with it. There's so much more imagination, and I love magic too, right? So the real world just doesn't measure up the same way. Thompson, you felt the same way? The Titans were cool at first and then underwhelming? Yeah, they felt like this really big thing, and then you're just like, oh, okay. They were like babysitters. Okay. They were babysitters, and now the city's empty. I guess that's how they got out there, because the Sartans just turned them all loose out into the world, right? But like, if the Titans were there, why did it take them so long to show up and start causing problems? You know what I mean? Leaves you with some questions. But yeah, I didn't get the feeling like there was going to be any more coverage of any of that stuff, you know? Yeah. All right. Well, I've got to crash out early today, so I'm going to be heading off. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. I will see you again soon. We'll get back together again tomorrow. But I got to get on up out of here. Come on. What? Zoop. Come on. There. Damn it. Okay. Ah, fuck. I just bagged myself. Son of a bitch. Get out of here. Get the fuck